Do you ever find yourself standing in a room, having forgotten why you entered? Or perhaps you struggle to recall a name that is on the tip of your tongue. This is not merely a momentary lapse. It can be an indicator that your brain's complex systems for memory and focus are under strain. We exist in a world that consistently bombards our brains with information, stress, and environmental toxins. Over time, this can take a considerable toll, leading us to accept brain fog as a part of daily life. The apprehension of losing our mental acuity is a significant concern for many, prompting worries about our future independence and engagement with the world. What if a powerful tool for building a more resilient brain is readily available at your local grocery store? What if the answer resides in traditional preservation practices that are now being rediscovered for their profound health benefits? Today, we will explore 4 categories of fermented foods that can act as a shield for your brain, helping to protect it from the effects of aging and stress. We will examine the science of how these foods function, transforming the gut into a source of brain-supporting compounds. This is about taking a proactive role in your cognitive well-being. The first category we will examine is fermented dairy, principally yogurt and kefir. While many consider yogurt a simple breakfast item, its benefits extend significantly further. Through fermentation, dairy is transformed into a potent asset for brain health, primarily due to probiotics, the live, beneficial bacteria that define these foods. Your gut is a complex ecosystem connected to your brain through an intricate communication network, the gut-brain axis. Consuming foods like yogurt and kefir introduces beneficial bacteria, such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, into this system. These microorganisms support the integrity of the gut lining, acting as gatekeepers that help prevent harmful substances from entering the bloodstream and causing systemic inflammation, which can affect the brain. By mitigating inflammation at its source, you create a more stable environment for cognitive function. Research, including a meta-analysis of 8 cohort studies with over 83,000 participants, has found that intake of fermented dairy foods is associated with a decreased likelihood of depression. How does this occur? These gut microbes are also miniature chemical factories. While it's true that a large percentage of the body's serotonin is produced in the gut, this gut-derived serotonin does not cross the blood-brain barrier to act directly on the brain. Instead, it influences the brain indirectly. By stimulating the vagus nerve and influencing immune responses, the gut's serotonergic system can impact brain function and mood. Furthermore, fermented dairy products provide the amino acid tryptophan, a necessary precursor for the brain's own serotonin production. This offers a dual approach to supporting mood regulation. Beyond probiotics, fermented dairy is a source of essential brain nutrients. It contains B vitamins, particularly B12, which are critical for nerve cell health and neurotransmitter synthesis. It also provides calcium and vitamin D, which are important for nerve signaling. Some studies have suggested a possible correlation between low dietary calcium intake from dairy and higher rates of depression, though further research is needed to fully establish this link. When selecting these products, it is important to choose varieties labeled with live and active cultures. Opt for plain, unsweetened versions to avoid counteracting the benefits by feeding less desirable gut bacteria. A daily serving of plain yogurt or kefir can be a simple and effective measure to support your brain's health. The second category of neuroprotective foods involves fermented vegetables, with prominent examples being kimchi and sauerkraut. These are more than just flavorful condiments. They are potent foods with significant health benefits. For centuries, cultures have used fermentation to preserve vegetables like cabbage, and in doing so, unlocked enhanced nutritional properties. Similar to fermented dairy, kimchi and sauerkraut are rich in probiotics. The fermentation process also increases the bioavailability of nutrients by breaking down compounds that can inhibit their absorption. This pre-digestion makes it easier for your body to utilize the vitamins and minerals within the vegetables. Both kimchi and sauerkraut supply dietary fiber and powerful antioxidants called polyphenols. The fiber acts as a prebiotic, nourishing your beneficial gut bacteria, while the polyphenols combat oxidative stress. This combination fosters a healthy gut environment, which supports the brain via the gut-brain axis. Studies have linked the consumption of foods like kimchi to improvements in memory and reductions in neuroinflammation. The probiotics in these foods can help regulate the production of mood-stabilizing neurotransmitters, leading to reduced feelings of stress and anxiety. These fermented vegetables also contain the amino acid tryptophan, a precursor to serotonin, thereby directly supporting your brain's capacity to produce chemicals that promote a sense of balance. The fermentation process can also increase the levels of other vitamins, such as folic acid. While traditional sauerkraut consists simply of cabbage and salt, kimchi, a staple of Korean cuisine, often includes additional vegetables and a paste of garlic, ginger, and Korean chili powder, providing an extra source of anti-inflammatory compounds. When purchasing, look for raw, unpasteurized products, typically found in refrigerated sections, as heat-treated versions lack the live probiotics essential for brain health. A small daily serving can be easily incorporated into your diet and is a meaningful step toward gaining the cognitive benefits these foods offer. We are now halfway through our list. If you are finding this information valuable, we invite you to like this video. If you have not already, please subscribe and enable notifications to stay informed about our future content on health and cognition. We are also interested to learn from you. Which fermented foods do you currently include in your diet? Please share your experiences in the comments below. For our third category, we examine fermented soy products, including miso, tempeh, and natto. The act of fermentation is a critical distinction, as it transforms soybeans, creating unique bioactive compounds not found in their unfermented counterparts. Fermentation enhances the bioavailability of isoflavones, compounds in soy that possess neuroprotective qualities. They function as antioxidants and have anti-inflammatory properties that are beneficial for the brain. Scientific research has established compelling links between the consumption of fermented soy and cognitive health. Studies have associated these foods with reduced inflammation and improved function in brain regions critical for learning and memory. A systematic review noted that daily consumption of soy products was associated with a lower risk of cognitive impairment. Let's consider the specific foods. Miso is a savory paste used as a base for soups and to flavor various dishes. Tempeh is a firm cake of fermented soybeans with a nutty flavor, often used as a meat substitute. Natto is a traditional Japanese food with a distinct sticky texture, which animal studies suggest may ameliorate age-related cognitive decline. These fermented soy foods are also excellent sources of protein, fiber, and essential minerals like zinc and magnesium, which are vital for healthy brain function. The fermentation process helps break down phytic acid, improving the absorption of these minerals. For those new to these foods, miso soup provides an accessible introduction. Tempeh can be marinated and then pan-fried or baked. By choosing these foods, you are leveraging an ancient culinary tradition that modern science confirms is a formidable strategy for long-term brain health. Our fourth and final point concerns a powerful principle, the synergy of combination. While incorporating any single fermented food into your diet is beneficial, the greatest advantage is realized when you combine them. Consuming a variety of fermented foods from dairy, vegetables, and soy provides your gut with a broader spectrum of probiotics, vitamins, and bioactive compounds. Each food introduces unique strains of beneficial bacteria. By diversifying your intake, you cultivate a more robust and resilient gut microbiome. This diversity is a key indicator of a healthy gut. This principle is a cornerstone of dietary patterns like the Mediterranean diet, which is consistently associated with a reduced rate of cognitive decline and often includes a variety of fermented products. A more diverse microbiome is more effective at modulating the immune system, controlling inflammation, and maintaining the gut barrier. It also leads to the efficient production of a wider range of neurotransmitters and short-chain fatty acids, which are beneficial compounds that have been shown to have direct neuroprotective effects. Putting this into practice is straightforward. It involves varying your choices. You might have yogurt for breakfast, add sauerkraut to a sandwich for lunch, and prepare a tempeh stir-fry for dinner. This approach moves beyond the idea of a single superfood and embraces the concept of a super diet. creating a synergistic effect where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. By nourishing your gut with a diverse array of fermented foods, you are constructing a powerful internal defense to protect your brain. We have discussed 4 effective ways to support your brain through nutrition. We have explored the benefits of fermented dairy like yogurt and kefir, the anti-inflammatory properties of fermented vegetables like kimchi and sauerkraut, and the neuroprotective compounds in fermented soy such as miso and tempeh. Finally, we have learned that the optimal strategy involves combining these foods to foster a diverse and resilient gut microbiome. The unifying theme is the profound influence of the gut-brain axis. Nurturing your gut with these living foods is an empowering step toward enhancing your cognitive health. It is a method to combat brain fog, protect your memory, and build a brain that remains sharp and resilient. Protecting your brain is a lifelong endeavor, and every meal presents an opportunity to move in the right direction. Thank you for joining me today. If this video has inspired you to add these brain-healthy foods to your diet, please like this video and share it with others. We also encourage you to subscribe for more science-backed guidance on health and wellness. Until next time, eat well and stay sharp.